Hi, I'm Calandra Olivia, the Laurey for Cabrillo's production of Oklahoma. And we are at Shirley Jones' house. I'm so excited. She's been one of my all-time favorite people ever since I was a little girl watching Rogers and Hammerstein movies. And we're here, so let's go meet her. And I cannot believe I am sitting with someone I've looked up to since I was yee-high. My grandmother introduced me to you
Really?
at a very, very young age.
In the movie?
Yes. The first movie I saw of you was Oklahoma, which it seems natural.
You must have
because
been
it
a
was your
baby
first
girl.
one. I was a baby girl,
Yeah.
and I literally was like sitting around pretending to be you.
Oh
I
my
wanted to
gosh.
be you. So this is incredible. I get to sit with her in her home, in this beautiful home, but you're fantastic. I have a lot of questions for
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
First off, tell me how it was working with Rogers and Hammerstein.
Well, it was incredible. You know, they're the ones that gave me the career that I've had because I was under contract to them. I was the one and only person ever put under personal contract to Rogers and Hammerstein. And
My heart.
Yeah, it's true. And
I love
under
that.
the contract, I did Oklahoma, the movie. I did South Pacific on the stage the last 3 weeks of the Broadway company with one of the nurses. It was the first thing I did. I was 19 years old, right out of high school. On my way to
You
college.
were 19.
19. On my way to college to become a veterinarian, even though I could sing. I wanted to save animals all my life.
Well, no wonder you have beautiful dogs
I know,
walking
I
around.
know.
So you kind of got a mix of it, but let's
Yeah.
be honest, this career is insane.
And I went to an audition in New York City, you know, when I was going to college in the fall. And I went to an open audition for Rogers and Hammerstein's casting director. He called in Rogers to hear me personally. Rogers called Hammerstein in to hear me personally. And my pianist had to leave, and they had me come over and sing with the Full City Center Symphony. My first time I ever heard a symphony, seen a symphony, let alone sing with one.
Are you kidding?
Yes, can you believe it? It was an unbelievable story.
That's insane. And then what's so crazy too is I read about this, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but that Gordon McRae was an idol of yours.
Oh my gosh, big time. Big time.
It would be as if
Oh.
I got to all of a sudden do my first movie musical with Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah.
I would.
I know.
I might pee my pants.
I
I'll
know.
be completely honest. I would pass out or either
Do you know,
or.
I performed with Hugh Jackman in Australia. He was doing
Shirley.
Oklahoma, and I went up and got on the stage and sang with him.
Of course, he was like, "Come on up, let's do this."
Oh yeah, he was great. I love him. We're good friends. He's a wonderful guy.
Explain to me just a little bit about your experience getting to know the character of Laurey, because I mean, with the rehearsal process, you got to have time beforehand.
Yes.
And had you done? I know that you did Oklahoma after. Like you said that
Yes.
you had done the production afterwards, but
Yes.
like, did you get to spend a lot of time like getting to dig deep into that character? And
Well, the interesting thing is that you know, they sent me to California to screen test for the role.
yeah.
And Gordon was already cast. You know.
Wow.
In Oklahoma.
Did that intimidate
And I got
you?
to screen test with him. You know, he did the screen test with me, which was wonderful because that rarely happens. They usually have another actor there
Yeah.
to do it, you know. And it's the first time I ever was in California and ever on a set. You know, I was a kid really, you know.
Yeah.
And my director was so wonderful. Anyway, he directed the test and he
Yeah.
directed the movie.
Yep.
I did the test, and when I finished, he said, "Miss Jones, have you ever acted before a camera before?"
Yeah.
I said, "No." And he
No.
said, "Well, don't change a thing." He said, "You're an absolute perfect catch for Laurey in Oklahoma." But again, I told you it took a long time to make a motion picture than a musical particularly.
Yeah.
You know, I was on that movie for 9 months, and we were in Nogales, Arizona. That's where we shot it.
I know. I read something about that, and I was like, "How interesting! You're doing the musical."
I know.
Oklahoma
In Arizona. That's what I said. But they built their own house. You know, they had the area where they could do anything they
Yeah.
wanted. Planted the cornfield. Planted the real cornfield.
You've
Yeah.
got to be kidding me.
Yes, the real cornfield. They had the house was a real house.
The scene that sticks out the most to me in the movie is you singing in the bedroom with the girls.
Yeah, I love
many
that.
a day.
Many a new day.
That's what I can imagine me as a toddler
Yeah.
running around in my diaper
Yeah.
and singing.
And singing that.
Oh yeah, and my grandma just getting a hoot out of it because I was obsessed with you, and so.